You don't fix histamine problems by blocking it forever by taking Pepcid or Zyrtec or Allegra. You fix it by improving how your body handles histamine. If you've been taking antihistamines like Pepcid every day and now your gut feels worse, like this person said, it's really, really bad, this video is for you. A lot of people actually end up here and get stuck here and no one is telling them what to do. We cannot take Pepcid every day. It is an occasional medication because of the damage that it does to the gut. Like I said in the original video, Pepcid, Zyrtec, Allegra block histamine signaling. They do not do anything for the why of histamine being elevated in the first place. So over time, you end up in this really bad loop, right? So you take these antihistamines to manage your symptoms, but then they cause gut health problems. And so you feel better, but you feel worse. And then the longer that you take them, the worse that you feel. And then you go to try to get off of them and then you feel even worse. So it's just this awful signal damage mess. So we're going to fix that because we're going to talk about how to repair the systems that histamine belong to. So apothecary, there are 3 anchors that I want you to hold on to. And one that's going to be support digestion, your gut health, and support the nutrients that are required for DAO and histamine clearing and breaking down, as well as nervous system regulation. That one's going to be really key too. So these are the 3 anchors that you need to focus on a daily basis. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is not stopping these medications abruptly, because some people do get rebound symptoms with you taking it for as long as you have. You probably will be in that demographic of patient to have rebound symptoms, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on those 3 anchors. And if you wanted to start taking less over time, that would be great. But we need to make sure that your systems are supported so that as you come off of them, you coast forward, you don't have rebound. For your gut health anchor, there are a few things that you can do. Some people respond well, and then there's some people that do not respond well to having apple cider vinegar or lemon juice before their meals. I prefer to dilute it down in water because it hurts my teeth. Or you can also use a straw. Some people do really well, some people don't. It depends on your histamine tolerance, especially with the apple cider vinegar because it's a fermented product. So you might want to start with the lemon juice and then just trial the apple cider vinegar. The next thing is adding a digestive enzyme just to give your digestion and your gut a helping hand in breaking down food. Since the reduction in stomach acid prevents you from being able to break down protein after a time on your own, we just need to give your body a little bit of TLC and some help. The last thing that we can focus on is bifidobacterium and some lactobacillus bacterium, because they don't produce histamine. They don't cause histamine liberation, and in fact that they can help degrade histamine in the gut. If you also wanted to add a DAO enzyme, that is probably best at your largest meal of the day or your highest histamine containing meal of the day if you are not already on a low histamine diet. If you have those night wake-ups, those panic wake-ups where you have really bad anxiety, like straight out of sleep, almost like feels like an adrenaline dump, like you've been scared awake, then a DAO enzyme might be helpful for you there. The second anchor is nutrient repletion. So there are some specific nutrients that are involved in supporting the body to break down histamine on its own. It's going to be your B vitamins, specifically B6. I like P5P. And then as well as copper and vitamin C. So those are very important in just allowing the body to break down histamine on its own. And nervous system regulation is a bigger anchor than what people give it credit for, because It is heavily involved in the degranulation of the mast cells, the dumping, and it can actually reduce that histamine load with just nervous system regulation. And I have a couple PDFs, and one is free. Actually, two of them are free. One is purchased, so try the free ones. I also have a playlist on nervous system regulation. It's not just breath work. And in fact, I really actually don't recommend that people start with breath work, because the more people that I have worked with, breath work actually makes them worse. So don't start with breath work if it does make you worse. If breath work works for you, then absolutely do that every day. I really like Qigong. It is a movement-based type breath work, so that it's not mentally as aggravating as just sitting down and breathing. But there's a playlist where you can go through and learn lots of different things. There are acupressure points that you can use as well to support nervous system regulation, grounding, sunrise sunlight, any sunlight during the day as well. You do need naked eyes, so if you wear glasses like me, you just need to pop them up. Grounding, of course, barefoot. Grounding sheets work as well, but direct contact with the ground is always going to be better. Laughter, anything that's oxytocin based is going to regulate your nervous system. So if you have a pet or a best friend or a neighbor, go on a walk, have a chat, go for a tea or a coffee or a juice or whatever makes you happy. Water is fine too. But spending time with people or animals that you love works really well as well. Just don't rip the support away just yet. We will focus on supporting your systems so that you can start to taper that down. Right now, your body relies on that. And even though it's doing damage, we can start right now repairing some of that damage so that you can start to come off of it really soon. I hope this helps. I will be talking more about this. I think I'm going to make it into a series because people are too reliant on the Pepcid and the Zyrtec for the symptom management and not focusing on the why and supporting the systems, and they are going to end up where you are, taking the medications too long and then ending up with pretty severe damaged gut.